Onitsha is a city in the heart of the eastern region of Nigeria. It is a city bustling with the business of buying and selling. This is a city where motorbikes, tricycles, cars as well as pedestrians jostle for space on a daily basis endlessly. It is a city that is well known for businessmen and women who do not joke with money matters. In the heart of this bustling city lives 11-year-old Daniel Obi, who falls into a trap set by Rita, a house help employed by his parents to look after him while they are away at work and business. What was the nature of Rita's trap? Was Daniel able to overcome the challenges posed by this wicked house help? Well, let us dive straight into this story with attention. Daniel is a young student who loves building toy robots and reading superhero comics. His room is scattered with small robot parts and colorful comic pages. Daniel's parents, Mr. and Mrs. Obi, work long hours, his father in a finance office, his mother managing a boutique across town. They care for him deeply but return home late. They hired Rita, a young house help, to stay with Daniel when they are not at home. Rita often greets him after school with a smile. "Your parents work so hard," she says. "But I'm here to keep you company, okay?" Daniel, softly, curious. "Thank you, Rita." Daniel feels comforted. He shows Rita his latest robot model. She praises his creativity. The house, though quiet, feels safe when she's around. In the following days, Rita and Daniel share easy moments. She lets him watch cartoons before homework and helps with math problems. In the kitchen, she cooks jollof rice, offering him extra meat. Daniel laughs at her jokes, calling her Nene Rita. Neighbors smile at their friendly bond. "You're very clever with these robot parts, Daniel. Someday you'll build something amazing," says Rita. "Maybe I'll make a robot that helps with chores," says Daniel. Everything seems normal and safe, and Daniel enjoys her company. One afternoon, after homework, Rita sits unusually close on the couch. Daniel looks at her with surprise in his face. Rita says, "Let's play a new game, just you and me. It's our secret, okay?" I don't want to keep secrets." "Mommy said I should not keep secrets," replies Daniel. Rita then said to Daniel, "If you tell anyone, I'll tell your parents about that phone you broke and hid. Do you know what will happen to you when I tell them about it?" Daniel freezes, remembering his mistake. Fear and guilt mix inside him. From that moment, he feels trapped. Rita then sits even closer to Daniel as tries to shift away from her. Rita, however, holds him by his shoulder to keep him from moving away. Daniel started feeling uncomfortable as Rita starts to touch him and laugh at him in a funny manner. Daniel kept pushing Rita away from his body, but she was stronger than him and held him tight to herself. He felt so powerless under her grip but could not escape from her. She did the same thing anytime both of them are alone together in the house. He was not happy about Rita's behavior towards him but could not tell his parents because of Rita's earlier threat about his secret, which she knows about. The house that once felt safe now seems tense. At night, Daniel started sleeping badly and having nightmares. He sometimes wakes up from sleep suddenly from the nightmares. By daytime, Daniel becomes confused by very little events and gets easily distracted. His robot parts lie scattered and untouched around his room. At school, the usually active and brilliant Daniel became a withdrawn student who is no longer the strong and entertaining person that he used to be. He no longer laughs with friends or raises his hand. Mrs. Bello, his teacher, notices the sudden change of behavior accompanied by unfinished assignments that has now surfaced in Daniel's personality in class. Mrs. Bello, gently, after class, called him aside and asked, "Daniel, is everything okay at home?" Daniel looked at her and then stared at the floor, words stuck in his throat. Mrs. Bello, understandably, then placed a comforting hand on his shoulder as she spoke gently to him. Mrs. Bello says, "It is okay. You can talk to me when you're ready." Do not be afraid of anything because I am ready to help you no matter what the problem is all about. I have children too and I help them with their problems when they tell me about them. At home, Daniel avoids Rita and pokes at his food. The familiar walls feel oppressive. Nights bring tears and silence. One afternoon, in a quiet corridor, Daniel, looking with tears in his eyes, finds courage and whispers to Mrs. Bello, "I don't like the games Rita, our house help, plays with me whenever we are alone at home. She touches me everywhere and asks me to touch her too. When I refuse to play with her, she threatens to report my secret to my parents so that they can flog me." Mrs. Bello softly replies, "Thank you for telling me, Daniel. You did nothing wrong. You have done the right thing by telling me about this problem. I promise we will help you." Mrs. Bello reports the matter to the school counselor and the principal. They immediately arrange a meeting for a counseling officer and also contacted Daniel's parents to let them know about the challenges their son was quietly going through all this while. Mr. and Mrs. Obi received the call from the school principal telling them about what they discovered about Daniel and Rita, their house help. Mrs. Obi gets Daniel, holds him closely and says to him, "We are so sorry, Daniel." Mr. Obi, standing near to his wife and son, says, "We trusted her. We should have noticed. This will never happen to you again." Rita, the house help, is arrested and seen being escorted away by 2 policemen as neighbors watch in disbelief. A trained police officer speaks kindly to Daniel, "You were brave to have told your teacher about your problems with the house help. It pays to tell your parents and teachers about your problems." Thereafter, counseling sessions are arranged for Daniel to meet with a child psychologist who provides a safe space for him to share his feelings. At first, Daniel could only nod or shake his head. Gradually, he found words to describe his fear and betrayal. Mrs. Obi, though heartbroken by both the abuse and her own trust in Rita, focused her energy on protecting and supporting Daniel. Slowly, Daniel started to have peaceful sleep filled with sweet dreams and he begins to smile once again. At home, his parents adjust their schedules. His mother arrives earlier from the boutique, his father works remotely part-time. Daniel is never left alone again. Family dinners return, filled with laughter as he shows them new robot ideas. Some months later, Daniel stands before younger pupils at a school gathering in a hall having posters in the background, reading, "Say no to child abuse. Speak up. Tell somebody." Daniel, clear, confident, is heard telling the gathering, "If something makes you feel scared or confused, talk to someone you trust. It is not your fault. You are not alone." The children listen very attentively. Mrs. Bello, standing close to Daniel, watches him proudly. Daniel, once silent with fear, now speaks confidently to other students about his experiences and how he came out of it with the help of his teacher, Mrs. Bello, and asking anyone of him in such a position to speak out to a trusted teacher or parent in order to be safe from abuse. Mrs. Bello and the students in the school hall clapped for a long time in appreciation of the talk presented by Daniel. This video has been produced so that parents and their children can learn how to handle challenges that come up at their homes in situations like this one. Please share this video, like and subscribe to it as a form of encouragement for us to produce more of such on a regular basis. We also wish to receive comments on how you handle such situations in your homes, as well as suggestions on the kind of videos you wish us to produce on this channel. Thanks for your visit to the Myths and Stories from Africa channel.